season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. In motion, the tight end.
Let's go.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Drop those quick. Drop 60.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Go, Reed, go! Roll! Make it!
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Walker with another carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to get amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson going for the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Ravens at 10-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Ravens 7.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. 2nd and 3. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
79 Broncos.
Back to Walker on first down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready, set.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go. And now off to the races down the right side. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Report.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Jackson to throw. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker with the extra point. We got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
60.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. He'll get it inside the 20, and he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. 39 yards there, a big one. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have broken the tie. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Again, it's Walker. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role in why they are trailing right now. They're going to look to throw. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Let's go now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
Straight ahead, Walker. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone to throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Hitting Juju on the slant. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Alert! Alert! 18, right here!
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Seven Pirates! Buffalo 18!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And now here is another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw again on second down, Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Lockett, the man in motion. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Going right back to Fant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready, right.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Mustang 19.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Come 19.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Walker, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Man, 206 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Open man downfield is Duvernay.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson now. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay,
26 yards.
And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%.
This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
72 yards.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
He's got Smith-Schuster.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much, and you forget the other options that are out there.
50 Bobcats! 50 Bobcats! Trap 50! Trap 50!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Fourth down now defensively. Charles, you know they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And this will be taken at the 13.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance.
This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play that time through the air. 63 yards. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now a first throw here in overtime.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
Here we go.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
241 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Here's Walker.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? And a loose football. And the Seahawks have recovered. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder, maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to run this with a tight end.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And Walker once more.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks.